So we first told you last night the Texas lawmakers came to a compromise on public school funding.
The Senate is set to take up the bill soon. It would put nearly $9 billion toward public schools. Fox 4's Stephen Dial in the newsroom with more. Stephen.
Right now, we might be in the midst of a good old standoff. The House is delayed till 6 on a TAC bill, and the Senate just said that they're delayed until 6:30. So we've been waiting all day for this bill to be brought up. The deal was made Wednesday as lawmakers appeared to trade a TAC ban for adding more money to public schools. House Bill 2 initially had the same $8 billion in spending, but the allocation of funds were different in the House and Senate version. Wednesday, there were negotiations and a compromise to add about $500 million more for fixed costs for school districts. This does not raise the basic allotment per student like the House wanted, but it does increase funding for districts when it comes to transportation and other needs. Last night, the Texas House passed Senate Bill 3, gave initial approval. That is the THC ban bill. It was used as a bargaining chip to increase public school funding. It aims to ban popular products like Delta 8 and Delta 9. Those products contain THC, the substance that gets a person high. Lawmakers in the House just passed a bill that would put prayer and reading the Bible and other religious texts in public schools. The bill was presented by House North Texas Republican David Spiller. He said school districts would have to opt into prayer in school, and it cannot be mandatory for students or staff to participate. Senate Bill 11 already passed the Senate. Today, after a lengthy debate, it gained initial approval from the House with a 91-55 vote. The bill does say there can be readings of other religious texts. If the bill becomes law, school districts would have to opt in. The bill also says prayer time or the time to read religious texts cannot disrupt regular class learning. Here's some of that debate earlier.
School teachers, employees can choose to participate, but they don't have to. If children want to participate and their parents allow and consent for them to do that, they can do that, but they don't have to. This bill doesn't tell them how to worship, doesn't tell them what to do, it doesn't tell them how to pray, it doesn't do any of that.
You've come here before this body to change a 30-year statute. So do you want teachers encouraging students to pray?
I didn't say that.
I'm asking you, do you want teachers to encourage students to pray?
As a Christian, I would encourage people to pray.
I'm not asking about you, David Spiller.
But if I'm a teacher, you're asking me as a teacher.
That's right.
If I were a teacher, I would first look to what my contract allows me to do.
Those against the bill said that this goes against separation of church and state. Lawmakers also raised the question if a teacher that is of a different religion would be able to encourage their students to read the Quran or pray 5 times a day. We are still waiting to see if another religious bill, Senate Bill 10, putting the 10 Commandments in classrooms, will clear the House. That was kicked back to committee last night. Now it's back at the House, but it's been a very interesting day, guys.
All right, Stephen Dow in the newsroom. Stephen, thank you.